Right. I'm not used to like not running in and being like, Cassie,
Tasha.
Sorry,
We can still do it.
welcome back to
Girls to
Women.
Yeah, my best friend, she a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she's twerking. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
Right. I'm supposed to have this jumper on,
I just burped.
which is really cute. What?
I just burped.
Did you?
I'm honest these days.
I like that. I'm supposed to have this jumper on that's really cute. I'm going to work it in at some point. It says, all sugar, no daddy.
It's so cute.
But I'm too hot right now.
Grey and red is such a
I
line.
know, right?
It is
Well,
hot.
continuing on our little part. Yeah.
It's so fun.
We are going to be answering the question that is, again, being searched so much these days. And I feel like Cass is actually the queen of this because she's a Scorpio. So she'll be able to tell you. This is, how do I stop getting attached too fast?
Stop being a little bitch.
I just feel like I don't even want to talk this episode. Me and my little Cancer heart just being like, I guess I'll just see myself out then.
No, you're actually pretty nonchalant these days.
Now, to these days.
These
Yeah.
days.
Is that good then?
Yes. Well, look at what it's doing. Look at like look at the shift in how the guy is acting.
That's true.
And look, we're not saying that this is a game. When it is a game though, I'm not gonna lie.
In the
Men,
beginning,
it's a bit of a
isn't
game
it?
because men want to feel like they are hunting something.
They need a
want-
chase.
Yeah, they need a chase,
Yeah.
right? And we've said this to friends, to each other,
Mhm.
like, if they don't feel like there's anyone else in the ringer, if they don't feel like, you know, they don't have all of your attention, if you're really easily accessible to them, if you're always there for them,
Mhm.
they'll get bored.
Yeah.
And they'll start to hunt and chase someone else.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just how men are wired.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to do with, oh, I want to play a game and I want to be toxic. It's just like, well, no, but you need to make him work for it.
Yeah, that's
Then,
correct.
yeah, when he's got you, he's going to be like, wow, you know, I earned that.
Exactly. But then you have to keep earning it. Okay. My
Keep
issue.
earning
Look, I'll win in the long run because I know that like I am wife and mother. That is literally my
100%,
sign.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But my issue was that I was creating this like fantasy land right as I met them. I was like, yes, like I can make you fit in my box. I could not. When I was like, I'm trying to make some of them fit in my box, I really have to be shoving them in there. Like five of us would have to be shoving them in the box. So then they're still not. But I'm like in my head, oh my God, no, they fit in this box. And then I'm seeing our wedding and our children and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And of course, what happens? Attachment.
But why do you think that is, right? I'm gonna have a
Because I'm so ready to be a wife and mom. So like I just want it. I want that
so
straight away.
do you think that you
I'm not a dater.
overcompensate though, like some of their flaws, and you
I
think
overlook.
it's okay? You overlook.
I
yeah.
overlook their flaws
Yeah.
and I start to just be like literally wife and mum energy straight away, and they haven't earned that, and
No.
they're not the right person.
No.
But it's because I'm actually a shit dater.
Explain that.
I was in a relationship for 7 years and I was
Yeah.
engaged to him.
Yeah.
That's the kind of relationship I'm used to being in.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm not someone who is used to like jumping from situationship to situationship. So like when I was seeing myself in that, I was like, why is this happening? I don't get it. Isn't everyone looking for true love?
Yeah.
I had a very rude awakening.
Well, it's like that energy that you would have had in your relationship. I mean, if we're taking away all the other negative energy,
Right.
think of the positive sides of
Oh,
your
it was
relationship,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at one point, you were like, "This is my husband." You were
For
engaged,
so long.
yeah.
For so long.
And I'm sure you guys spoke about kids. So you've gone from that to entering a whole new era
Yeah.
of dating.
Yeah.
In Bali, might I add, or
Mhm.
Europe, or wherever you were at the time, because you're a nomad. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was in my relationship for less than half the time you were in yours. We weren't engaged.
Yeah.
We did spend every day together, so I guess that counts as
That was a
something.
lot. Yeah.
But yeah, I was the same. I came out of it. One, I'm in modern dating now, and two, I'm in Bali. So it's very, very different. This
Feral.
is not. It's feral's a great word. What did you call it that time? Oh, not a war zone. Extreme sport.
It is an extreme sport. That's right.
Dating is an extreme sport.
It is an extreme sport. Mental, emotional,
Yeah.
physical, depending where you're going on that. But yeah.
No wonder it should be like it's dating shows, right? Because it literally is. It's survival of the most nonchalant.
Right, but you know what? I can't be nonchalant forever because I also don't want to give the vibes of like, I don't care about you. You know, and if I know I'm going to marry the guy who is chalant. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Why? I want the funny guy who's going to put in the work and send me flowers and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that guy's chalant. Any guy that's giving me nonchalant energy, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you know what?
I'm like,
it does actually turn me off a little bit, but I think there's a fine line. Like, if someone's being too keen, like, I've just met you and you're sending me good morning messages straight off the bat and trying to plan trips and stuff like that. That to me is too keen.
A little bit too much.
It's a little too much, right?
Yeah. We like slow and steady with chalant energy.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's the perfect blend
That's
of
old
both.
school dating.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
That's literally old school.
Yeah, just how it used to be, you know. You might maybe see them start like once a week and then it goes to like twice a week. You're getting to know each other.
Yes.
You maybe start to throw in like cute little gifts. Doesn't have to be like crazy gifts at the start, but just thoughtful things, you know.
Yeah.
The man courts you. You're like having the best time. You're different styles of dating, you know. It might be an activity, it might be a dinner, it might be a coffee, whatever. But you're getting to know someone.
Yeah.
And there's no crazy expectations. But you know, it's nice.
Yeah, but it's consistent.
Consistency is a big word there.
So let's talk about some tips for the girlies who are a little bit more like me, who wear their heart on their sleeve. How do we stop being so attached? Okay, so my number one thing I really want to touch on quickly is, because we said we both live in Bali, I found a lot of the guys here, guys that I was seeing previously, we'd like come home from dinner or a date, wherever we were, we come up to my room, we spend a little bit of time laughing and whatnot, and they'd be like, oh, can I sleep over?
No, honey.
No.
I don't know. I don't do sleepover.
And you know how like that's like my space is like very sacred for me, and I get really weird about it.
Yeah.
Because like that's my home. Like that's a very big Cancer thing. We're very like our home is very sacred. It's our shell.
Yeah.
And these guys are just like, can I sleep over? I'm like, no.
It's a bit strange.
Go home.
Yeah, go home, bro.
But like so many people find it normal. I don't. If I know if I'm sleeping next to you, I'm gonna start to develop feelings. Even if we're not sleeping together, I'm sleeping next to you. We're in vicinity. You're hugging me whilst I'm sleeping. No, oxytocin's coming out. Feelings are coming out. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be in a relationship. That's dumb. Don't do that. That's my number one tip.
You start doing coupley stuff straight off the bat. Right. As soon as someone's next to you, you start stroking their arm.
Right.
They kiss your forehead, which is to me so intimate. Like, don't kiss my forehead.
Yeah, you're saying good night and good morning to me in the same bed.
No. You're going to go get breakfast and all this cute shit, and it's just like that is your boyfriend.
That exactly.
And they're getting boyfriend treatment without the reward of actually getting to fight for you.
Exactly.
Right? They haven't earned being your boyfriend yet. So don't give them any girlfriend treatment. And so what we mean by that is, don't let them stay over.
No sleepovers. No sleepovers, and I promise you your attachment will go away.
Also, like, I mean, this might be a little bit niche, but like, I don't like to hold people's hand too soon either. I think that's just like a bit
very
much.
Scorpio of her. I love it.
Again, it gives girlfriends.
It's good.
Like, don't kiss their forehead. Don't let them hold your hand.
We did this the other day. We were like, so what? Do you remember that video that went viral of the lady sitting on the bus and it was, everybody loves kung fu fighting. Someone sitting on the bus was like, let me just randomly hold hands with the lady on the bus, and they overplayed the kung fu song, and on she goes, oh my gosh, that would literally I just picture you doing that. A guy's trying to take you and hold your hand, you're like,
I just think it's a little like a weird.
That's what you did the other day. You're like, psych.
Like it's yeah. Like my ex did it pretty soon actually, and I let him. Depends. Some guys I just do it with, but like I think in all honesty, going forward, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I also don't like kissing too early now.
Oh my gosh,
like,
please, no kissing and no giving. Like obviously this was a big one, but like don't have sex with them.
Yeah.
That's something that they need to earn, and
after a long time.
Because then honestly, whether you're religious or not, you do form a soul tie.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be connected to them.
Yeah,
so you're going to be feeling all of their energy. They're going to be feeling all of yours. So like it's really not worth it. And don't ever just see, like, very early dating, don't see one person. You're going to put all your energy into them. See, even if it's just two, right? Just at least speak to two different guys. And I'm not saying you need to see both of them, like, simultaneously.
This is something that I struggle with, you know that, because I'm not like that. I'm like a one person. I don't have, because I work, my life is so full.
The difference with you and, like, someone else, I'm not going to say like the average Joe, but someone who isn't as busy as you, right? Or who doesn't have as much going on in life, that's probably okay for you because you are so busy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the homeboard who's not really doing much, who doesn't have that many friends, who isn't going out a lot, who's going to a job and back.
Okay.
You need to fill your time with either another guy or work on having more friends.
Yeah.
Work on, hobbies, things that make you feel good. Don't
filling out your life.
Yeah, don't let the guy be the sole purpose of your life.
God, I could barely, this guy is like You take like 14 hours every time to respond to a message.
But I'm busy.
That's what I literally said. I said I'm busy.
I know, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't message that guy back for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's not because
we're not trying to. We are legitimately putting ourselves first.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't want to form bad attachments, put yourself first always.
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 Yeah, be selfish.
Yeah, I will give you a good example actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a date on Sunday, a second date, and I was supposed to go on a first date with this other guy, and he had told me at the beginning of the week, Sunday keep free. And I was like, no promises, but Sunday sounds alright. And then this other guy made solid plans, so I accepted that.
Of course.
Right? So I was taking a little leave there.
Yeah.
And then the other guy messages me Sunday morning, and I just said straight out, too late.
Too late.
I've already got plans.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh,
Try
my bad.
hard.
I said, yeah, you're bad.
Yeah. And now you know what, he's going to be thinking about you.
Yeah, but I will never give him another chance.
No, don't. Yeah, exactly. So you've got to be a little bit brutal as well.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to have boundaries.
Yes.
So we have this rule. Right, if someone organises a date with you, okay,
Mm.
obviously they need to, like, pre-plan,
Yeah.
right, and give you, like, the plans, the time,
Some
whatever.
logistics.
Some logistics.
Some
Not all, but
logistics,
some,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then day of, they obviously need to check in with
They
you.
need to confirm.
We give them a 3 p.m. deadline if you've already had some logistics.
If it's a dinner, if it's a late dinner.
if it's a late, like 7 p.m., right?
Yeah.
If you haven't had any logistics and he's just mentioned to you prior in the
Yeah.
week, do you want to do something? And you said yes, the day before, by like, 3 p.m. as well, the day before.
We need 48 hours.
Really 48 hours,
We make so many plans.
Otherwise, it's just not okay.
Yeah, and I will say this because I feel like there's a caveat to that. It's 3 p.m. in Bali. Because
Yes.
Bali is very last minute. You can even get into amazing restaurants last minute.
Yeah,
If you're in the West, morning of that date that he's supposed to take you out for dinner, it must be no later than 10 a.m.
Yeah.
That's too late.
Him, goodbye, you're going on a date with
We're
someone
going
else.
into brunch territory now.
Yeah, what are we doing?
No way.
No.
I'm going to go see my grandmother instead.
Right.
She's in heaven, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm going to
See
go walk
now.
my dog. I would
Right?
actually say that. No, sorry, my dog needs walked.
I'm not even sorry.
No,
It's
actually,
like
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I made plans.
Yeah.
So that's good. So don't give them too early access. Don't sleep with them. Don't let them sleep over.
Have your boundaries.
Talk to multiple people.
Yes.
What's another thing to not be too attached as well? Okay, this is actually a big one for me. I don't like texting 24/7. You just start talking to someone or multiple guys. I don't like it. I don't have time for that, number one. Right,
Yeah.
you should be busier than that.
This is the thing. If you're busy, like, it's probably not going to be an issue.
Right, but
Because
go fill your life then.
fill your life,
Fill
right?
your
Because
life.
I used to not be as busy as I am now, or filling myself like life with good things, and I would, I was sort of quite bad for texting, just because I was like, I'm bored, I'm just gonna text, and it's annoying.
It's I
Yeah.
don't want I want things to talk about
Yeah.
when I see you on our date.
Exactly.
I don't want you calling me every day for an hour unless we're doing long distance.
Yeah, different.
But that's
story.
rare.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Chill out.
yeah.
Don't form your attachments like that. Be busy. Decline their calls sometimes.
Because you know what happens? Like, them messaging you is going to become a dopamine hit for you.
Yeah.
Right. So then if
They're
they
training you.
Yeah, they are. And if they
Training.
end up being like, one of the typical guys that isn't going to take you seriously after your trial run, when those texts get less and less, because with those guys they will, it's going to be hard for you, right? Because
Yeah.
you're so used to it and you're waiting for that, hit. You're waiting for, it's 3 p.m. You're like, I haven't heard from him. And you're going to get into a downward spiral.
Yeah. I'm also a big fan of to not form attachments. This is really Scorpio of me actually.
Love that.
I do have a little bit of my chart, my whole little chart.
Yeah.
When the conversation is at a peak, you leave it.
Oh my gosh, I do this too.
Yeah, you leave the conversation.
I
They're
love
just
that.
you leave them on a high, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, where's she going? Busy, you're busy.
This is the best. I always do that when it gets to its climax,
Mhm.
right? Or they've been like, you've been like naughty or flirty, leave the conversation.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I do is sometimes I'll either take 2 days to respond,
Yeah.
and then I'll message and I'll be responsive, and then I'll take a day, and so they're always waiting for you to message because they never know when you're going to respond. And I do that naturally because I have issues. I have communication issues with people that aren't close to me.
Yeah.
Obviously with you and all, I'm pretty good, but with people that I'm getting to know, they just haven't earned that yet.
That's right. That's what I like is when you say that. So people that Cass is close to, we are high on her priorities. She's a very good communicator.
Yeah, very high on my
She will
priority
double,
list.
triple, quadruple text me if
Yeah.
I'm not answering. I'm like, okay, I got it. Right? But it's true. I like that. Someone should earn the right to have effective communication with you.
Absolutely.
You need to work your way up my priority list by
Yeah.
being consistent.
Yeah.
showing me that you're a good person, not just interested in my body as well, and that you are a planner. Because if you're not a planner, I am a very A-type person, as you know. My husband needs to be a planner.
He's A+.
He needs to be A++.
Yeah, I just need A-type because I'm like A/B, so I'm a C, I guess.
Yeah, you just need someone like me.
Yeah, like someone you on holiday, like in male form.
Yeah.
And then you need a type A+, which they do exist.
Oh, they 100% exist, yeah. And I usually foresee my husband having a personal assistant, so...
Yes, so she can plan everything.
Yes.
Cute.
I want to leave on one tip from me, one tip from you. My final tip would be, and I really like this, don't go ever on more than 2 dates a week with them.
I like that.
Yeah. Like, some people are just like, oh my god, I really like you every day. No. Even 3-4 times a week is way too much time with someone, and it's too new.
Yeah.
If you're going to take it slow and not form attachments too quickly, please do a date once to twice a week maximum.
I agree. And to that point as well, I think, like, be mysterious.
Yeah.
Don't give them so much access to you. Like, leave things out.
Yeah.
Like, I've been really bad for this in the past, where I've, like, really gotten, because we're water signs, right? Like, love to get deep.
Yeah, we're like, let's talk about trauma.
Yeah, literally, I'll meet, like, a girl and I'm telling them my trauma, like, straight up, right? But with guys, like, I'm learning to not do that.
Yeah.
They don't need to know all of that crazy stuff about you. Give them, like, the bare minimum, but things that will spark their interest, things that make you exciting, like little hobbies you're doing. Tell them you're working on a project, but don't say what it is.
Or just show them instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
right.
randomly.
Random. Everything's random. That's another thing. Mysterious and random.
Yeah.
And it will drive a man crazy.
Yeah.
If you're boring and predictable, he's
then
gonna get bored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can train her and then just subscription over.
Bye.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to protect your heart right now because we've been through it.
Mm-hmm.
Me primarily, because Cassie knows I tend to wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
But she's given me some really good tips that I have been implementing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great quality that you have, right? Because you are loving and you are kind. But for the right person, not everyone deserves that.
In the extreme sport, though, I need to have like armor around my heart.
Yeah. Because then the person that breaks through all of that is going to get you, and they deserve it.
Yes.
So they are the winner.
It's so funny because she's been asking me, she's like, oh, how's the day? You excited? I'm like, yeah. And she'll be like,
I'm like,
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
Taking it slow.
Taking it slow.
Slow
We'll
and steady.
see.
No more than a day. I would say even no more than a day a week. In all honesty, no.
And don't build fantasies in your head. If you catch yourself doing that, remind yourself this is a fantasy and stop it there.
I get it. It's hard. I do that too.
Yeah.
I think everyone does that.
Yeah, but you know what? If you are minimizing your contact with them and taking it slow, you'll naturally stop. I've not done it.
That's the thing. All it takes is to not text them every second of the day.
Literally.
Even if you check in once a day with them,
that's enough.
That's more than enough.
I was like, that's enough.
It's a good rule, right? So like one time of the day you check in with them, you go out with them once a week, and then maybe once a month you do something a little bit more serious.
Oh, nice. I was gonna have the last one with like once a day text, once a week date, one man for your life. 111. I love that. That's nice. Oh, that's our little rule. We like that. The 111 rule. Okay, girls? You keep that. 111. I think we ended there. That was great. All right. Bye.